What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a little bit of a look at some big Digimon news. We've got news of the box toppers for EX04, one of which is very exciting, and then we've got news of the trophy cards for the Digimon 2023 Championships, which I don't know about you, but I'm pretty excited about. I won't be winning one, and that does make me a little bit sad. But you know what? I think I can probably live with this, ladies and gentlemen, because these cards are gonna get redonk, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely redonk. So let's start there. What we got are the trophy cards for the Digimon Card Game 2022 Finals. And they feature Doraemon, Doraemon, Doragreymon, and Dorugoremon. We'll have a look at more of those in a moment. Now, what we've basically got here are the finals. Now, remember, and you can be annoyed about this or not, it's completely up to you, but if you're in North America, you must have an invite from regionals or store championships in order to participate. Outside of North America, they are open for anybody. In the region, of course. I know this rubbed a few people the wrong way last year, and I completely understand why. I can imagine how frustrating it is knowing that you don't get a chance to take part. Because, and don't get me wrong, right? There are some people out there who shouldn't be playing in the finals. And there are a whole bunch of other people out there who went and lost, like, the final of 3 different store championships and just missed an invite from regionals, and yet somehow they don't get to take part. And there's plenty of people in Europe who have no chance of winning who do get to take part, and that is honestly just a little bit sad. I'm really sorry about that. I understand the frustration, and I'm sorry. The culmination of the 2022 organised play season is finally here. Join a 2022 final championship and become the strongest tamer in your region. These events have exclusive prizing, including a chance to earn an invite to the English version World Championship Finals online on March the 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a, well, not to put too fine a point on it, this is a pretty gosh darned big deal. Now, in terms of how they're happening, we do have the dates for them as well. In North America, it's been run by Core TCG from the 24th to the 26th in LA at the LA Convention Center. Again, you've got to have an invite, I'm sorry. In Latin America, it's happening in Santiago over in Chile. In Oceania, and that is from the 18th and 19th of February. Over in Oceania, it's happening at Monash University Caulfield Campus. No idea where that is, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, it's Victoria. East Victoria, I believe. I could be wrong. Either way, February 25th to the 26th. And over in Europe, it's happening in Bremen in Germany from the 25th to the 26th. Yeah, these aren't online anymore. You've actually got to go and get yourself to these events. So it's going to be hopefully a little bit less ridiculous than it was last year. Remember last year, in like Europe, it was open entry, which on the one hand was a good thing. On the other hand, it was open entry for an online tournament with ridiculous prizes. And well, let's just say it got busy trying to get into these, I think is the euphemistic way to put it. But we've got, now we don't have a prize list per se, but what we do have are a look at these trophy cards. And it is very, very likely that we're going to be seeing the same, well, where am I going with this? Basically, the same distribution as we saw last year. So if we just steal last year's distribution, which I think is probably a fair way to do it. Again, this is not confirmed, but it is very likely that Doraemon is a top 16 promo, Doraemon is a third place promo, Doragreymon is a second place promo, and Dorugoremon is a winner's promo. Again, cannot say with absolute certainty that that is the way it's happening, and they have actually started revealing these on the official Facebook, and they have confirmed that the Doraemon is a third place promo, And that Doraemon is a top 16 promo, so it really looks like they are following what they did last year, which is kind of awesome, honestly. Top 16. How hard can that be, eh? So, that's really cool. If we have a look at these cards then, these are the ones from BT7. So, in terms of the Doraemon here, it's a free cost, 0 to play, 0 cost to Digivolve. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add a card with X antibody in its traits and a code to the Moto to your hand. Add an inheritable skill that on your turn, once per turn, when one of your effects places a Digivolution card under this Digimon, and we know that's what X antibody loves to do, gain a memory. The Doraemon is on your opponent's turn while you have another Digimon in play with X antibody in its traits, or a card with X antibody in its traits in this Digimon's Digivolution card. You gain blocker in an X antibody deck that is not a high bar. And an inheritable skill that while this Digimon has X antibody in its traits, it gains 1,000 power. Which is, not too bad. In terms of the Doraemon, remember this one is so good, it's literally been restricted to 1 copy in your deck. Because when Digivolving, you can place a black card with X antibody in its traits at the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards. I did tell you X antibody love doing that. To prevent effects from deleting it or reducing its power until the end of your opponent's next turn. Yeah, that immunity is kind of a big deal. What is also a big deal is an inheritable skill that while this Digimon has X antibody in its traits, it gains security attack +1. Bearing in mind there are a bunch of ways for X antibodies to stash cards in their Digivolution cards, which means you can actually stash 3 or 4 of these under 1 card easier than you usually could and get security attack +3 or 4. Way too good, been restricted, and I would say, imagine how expensive this card would be if it wasn't restricted, but is anyone actually putting this in their deck? Nah. And then we've got the Doraemon, that on your turn, for each card with X antibody in its traits in your Digivolution cards, you gain 1,000 power, and when attacking, limited to once per turn, you can place a card with X antibody in its traits at the bottom of this Digimon's Digivolution cards to delete up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon with play cost less than or equal to this Digimon's Digivolution cards. Yeah, if you want to be playing X antibody and you want to bling your deck, I mean, this ain't gonna be cheap. And to be fair, like, if you want a playset of the Doraemon, for instance, I think you have to win all 4 of the qualifiers. Or the finals. And that's not, that's not possible, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry. Also, just before we finish, going back to the notes I showed you at the beginning, you may participate in offline events, even if you live in another region, but you must maintain residency in that region to represent them at a World Championship event. If a non-resident wins, their World Championship invitation will be passed to the next highest ranking resident of that region. I.e., anyone who wants to, whether they're European or not, can come over here and they can take our trophy cards, but unfortunately they can't take our World Championship invitation. And you can't win all 4 of them even if you want to, because North America, Oceania and Europe are all on the same weekend. But if you're feeling like you don't mind traveling and you're really good at the Digimon TCG, you can win Latin America and one of the others. Now, the other really cool piece of news that has gone and been revealed today is the news of the box toppers for EX04. Now, there's plenty of stuff going on here that we already know about. We're not going to spend much time talking about it. What I want to talk about is point 5. Because what point 5 tells us is about the box toppers. And what we've got there are 4 of the tamers from the set, but now they've been changed and they're represented with these lovely full arts. That's lovely. We've got a couple of option cards from the set. They're basically just foiled. So 4 full art tamers, 2 foiled option cards. Certainly you're going to feel gypped if you get the option card. But also Omnimon's Warp Defeat. Now this is just a reprint of the one from BT5, although worth pointing out it is the alternate art from BT5, so it's the alternate art of the secret rare. That is expensive on its own. Now we're getting this lovely silver version. I've never seen, and we see this every time, right? every set we've seen, well, not every set, but for the last few sets, I should say, we have seen these box toppers where one of them is like super crazy rare. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what the pull rates for them are, but they seem to be very, 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 very low. So good luck, frankly, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck, because this is awesome. So yeah, a lot of cards are going to be very difficult to get their hands on, but if you can get your hands on them, oh, ladies and gentlemen, things are looking fun. But now it's over to you guys. I want to know what you think about this. I want to know how excited you are by these finals. I want to know if you're going to be able to play in any of them. I'm unfortunately not going to be able to make it to Bremen because I just don't have any other weekends I can justify going away at the beginning of next season, which does make me very sad. But popping to Germany for a weekend, it's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry. But now I want to hear from you guys if you are going, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Digimon and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.